Goats are unique ruminants that are natural browsers. Given the opportunity, goats will select 60% of their daily diet from brush and woody perennials, such as saplings, small deciduous trees, sumac, and other species, and broadleaf plants such as pigweed, horseweed, lamb's quarter, etc. Many times they will select these types of plants over different grasses such as bluegrass, orchard grass, brome grass, fescue, or other pasture grasses. Browse species of plants often will have thorns with upright growth, small leaves, and woody stems. Goats can and will stand on their hind legs to browse these plants or trees. Goats can also graze pasture alone. However, they tend to select grasses when the protein content and digestibility are high. Goats also tend to graze plants from top to bottom, and not usually near the soil surface. This is different than other ruminants such as cattle. In the last Meat Goat web show, I gave some examples of a local producer. They were able to raise about 40 meat goats on their 6+ acres of land. Your stocking rate will be dependent upon the quality of the pasture, the time of year, rainfall, temperature, and soil fertility. Additionally, there are other factors that can change your stocking rate, but these are the primary ones of importance. It would be a good idea to check with your local extension office about pastures, grass, weed species, and stocking rates in your area. Goats can also be utilized for multi-species grazing. There has not been a lot of research conducted on this in Nebraska, but it is very practical in other locations of the United States. Multi-species grazing occurs when 2 or more species graze in the same land unit. Example, cattle and goats can graze at the same time or one after another in the same pasture. The following slide shows preferences for different species. Cattle prefer grasses and legumes, where sheep prefer forbs such as broadleaf plants, and goats brush, shrubs, and broadleaf weeds. It's important to note that a decrease in undesirable plants equals increased pounds of gain per animal per acre and increased desirable grasses in the pasture. Because of the preferences of different species, multi-species grazing can actually help your pastures retain ideal plants, control weeds, and noxious weeds. Additionally, the research suggests that if you have an existing cow herd, you can add 1 doe or female goat per cow and not have any negative effects on your pasture. Goats can be utilized to help control leafy spurge, red cedar, thistles, and Serratia lespedeza. There can be some challenges with multi-species grazing. A few of those might be producers do not have experience with goats, fences may not be adequate to contain goats, watering structures may need modified, and additional shelters might be needed. Meat goats may be an opportunity for you as an acreage owner to start and operate a profitable enterprise. There are many ways to make this work. This just provides a very broad general overview of some pasture grazing basics for you to consider. For additional information, contact your local county extension office or visit http://extension.org. I'm Sara Ellicott with the University of Nebraska Lincoln Extension. The following sources were utilized in production of this acreage web show.